Okay, so today I'm gonna watch some French League volleyball. It's Paris Volley versus Nice Volleyball. The only person that I recognize on these two teams is Mason Briggs. He's the libero who played at Long Beach. He's done a bunch of Team USA stuff. Very good player. But besides that, I don't think I recognize anybody else's name. But we'll see. I could be proven wrong. There might be somebody that's out and I just didn't realize. And yeah, but we'll see. There's some good players here for sure. But yeah, let's get into it. Floater, the outside. Is he back row? No, okay, he's front row. It's a weird one. Reverse flow. This middle got faked out a bit. And again, it's really important not to guess. See that middle there, how he kind of jumped over to one side and then he was late and he got tooled because of it. It's a good swing, you know. It's kind of an imperfect situation, so he stays high. It's a really good block touch, though, I'm not gonna lie. Eesh. If you're setting this ball, um, from here, this angle, keep it high and keep it inside. Okay, because high, tight, and inside on those situations. Because right here, this is high, this is in front of him, which is also tighter. Like he's back row, but it's high, it's tight, inside, and he's able to do something better with it. Floater, it's almost just like a standing float right here. Sorry, I'm checking that out. Wow. Over the top. This is good, a good choice, I'd say, because this blocker might get lazy in that situation of like, oh, my guy's out, he's not an option. Why did he was acting like he was gonna go out there. Maybe I was wrong. He acted like he was gonna go out to the outside there. The back row attack though. Floater. You know, and this is proof that floaters. Oh, it's shoot, what's his name? Um, what's his name? Played at UCLA. Number 13 right here. He's the middle. I forgot that he's on this team. Yeah. He is a very good player as well, but I forget what his name is. I'm so sorry. Um, Freak athlete, honestly. Like he gets up so high and he contacts the ball so high. One of the best middles in the world, in my opinion, honestly. Like I think very soon he will be one of the best middles in the world because he just contacts the ball so high. And maybe he just needs to be a more disciplined blocker to be one of the best players in the world. But I mean, he's got potential, so much potential, man. Because he just effortlessly jumps. He had a really good year at UCLA last year as well. I think he was the MPSF or whatever conference they're in. I think he was the player of the year. McHenry, Merrick McHenry. That's what his name is. I thought it was McHenry. Um, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, Merrick McHenry, I think, was the MPSF or Big West, whichever one UCLA is in. He was the player of the year, which as for a middle to do that is very impressive in my opinion, because that just means like you just have to be so dominant. Like it has to be because I mean you're only in for half the game as a middle. It's a really nice angle right there. Wow, really good angle. And I think look at where he jumps off of. So many middles wonder why they can't hit sharp angles and stuff and like hit all around the court, but then they're jumping right at the net. Look at how far this guy's jumping off from. Okay, he's halfway to the 10-foot line right there. And he has so much range. He has space from the blocker, and he can go outside the blocker and just swing sharp. Okay. OT or yeah, just out of bounds, straight up out of bounds. You know, there's many ways to do this short serve, and this guy kind of tries to go like from the back, just kind of roll shot straight forward. But I'm more of a kind of get behind it and go like that. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain with my situation right here, but I really like this swing. You know, like a triple block scenario. It's high. He could swing hard, or he could just go 80% and go sharp. It's not a roll shot, it's not a free ball. It's like 85% power at a really good angle, because he's going around the block and he's be able to do something really well there. Nice. Hey, good. And I've said this before. If you get somebody to jump, so both of these guys are actually jumping right now. If somebody jumps on like an overpass or something, set the person set against the person that jumped. So both of these guys jump. So both of them are an option, because if you set tempo to this guy's late over there. If you set tempo to this middle, this guy's late right here because they jumped and they're just kind of all out of whack. It's This guy did not stay balanced at all here. Completely lost his footing. I think Mason Briggs only passed like 15 balls in this entire game because he's just like, I mean, they're probably avoiding him as much as they can. This right here, I would say, is Mason Briggs' ball though, especially as a libero. Plus, this is just his seam. Okay, that's his seam. That's his ball. Let me see what made him not get there. Not sure, but I'd say he's got to make that move and go behind his outside there and pass that ball. It's a good move. Look at that angle he's making too. Cushions it a little bit, puts it high at a good angle. The two pass, it's not perfect, but it was a good serve, so you can't always expect perfection. Ooh, hello. Holy crap. That's a phenomenal swing, and then they just kick save it, You can't be mad. Hmm. They're not calling this over. Okay, so it slips through his hand. He's over the height of the net. He's back row. Ton of stuff there. But again, even if the play is wonky and like, yeah, there's something wrong there, finish the play out, get the point, and finish it out. Because some teams and some leagues don't have replay systems. Sometimes there's just no way to get away from it, and you just have to. This is why. This is why Merrick McHenry is one of my favorite middles to watch because look at how high he contacts it, and it's not like a super fast ball, but he just contacts it so high that he's got every single spot on the court available to him. And I wonder why. I mean, they can't like look at this. This is his push ball. This is his push ball. He's really far, but I mean, they have to run it at that height because he's just so physical, you know? Gosh. Like that's for other people that would be like a two ball. But for Merrick McHenry, it's a tempo ball because he's just that physical. And he's playing some defense too. Come on, Merrick McHenry. Come on, babe. Play some ball. Play some ball. Yeah, and this guy obviously has no options to set right here. This guy, this is his only lane. It would be a slow pipe here, and that just wouldn't be fun. And so it's good for that outside just to make sure he's up there. Just can't go in the net though. Merrick McHenry has a nice hybrid too. It's a I'm a fan of those. He gets hooded here. Wow. And this guy presses early. He gets his block over the ball, or he gets his block over the net, and then he just presses a little bit extra, hoods it. Really good block move there. Very physical. Let's see the footwork too. Finds balance. He may be like kind of wonky. He's a little bit off the net there, but he's physical. Jumps as high as he can. He treats it as an approach. Okay, you have to treat your block moves as an approach if you want to make physical block moves. Right there, that wasn't really a bad block touch. Like if that six spot defender read line instead or like cheated to the line a little bit more, then that's a dig. Not a problem. Hey, good triple block though. There we go. Lots of kick saves, lots of crazy stuff right now. Middle takes it, runs it. Nope. to the outside. Let's see what happens here. And right here, this guy hits a split step, but he's guessing while he's hitting the split step, okay? The point of the split step is to not guess and to like give yourself a quicker reaction time. Okay, this guy's hitting a split step, but then he's like kind of biting on the middle a bit. I don't know. I mean, I guess you can do this on a perfect pass because then he could have jumped straight up. But like, I don't know. In my opinion, if you're hitting a split step, you need to just be ready to go to either pin instead of waiting on the middle, or else you're just gonna be late. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong actually. I might be wrong on that because he might have been trying to wait on the middle there. This middle's late. Like right, this situation is a time when this guy should be hitting a split step. He's cheating to the right a little bit to kind of guard the outside because he's their primary hitter. Fair enough. But then he leaves a gap there. Yeah, I feel like he probably could have just reacted a little bit faster there. This middle's this middle's big. He's probably pretty good. I don't know. This is probably the first time I've watched him, but it just seems like he moves along the net a little bit slow. Good read by Mason. And Mason really like gets super low when he's playing defense as well. Yeah, and I mean it also depends on the play though. Like watch him now. It's probably not going to get super low. Maybe he did kind of get super low. He was about to. But his posture is different on each play. That's a really nice serve. But I would say I think Mason's a little bit short here. He's a little bit too far up here. And then he gets kind of beat high. Yeah, he gets beat high there because he's kind of jumping towards the ball a bit. Again, he's still pretty far forward. I mean, it's a great serve. It's a really, really hard serve. But I'm just saying, the little things matter. The little things matter a ton. Uh, so this is a little bit better. He kind of hits the split step there. He's able to close there, but it still just goes out of bounds. I feel like he might not be pressing as great as he could. Does this hit the hands? I do not know. Oops. Seems like it hit the hands. Maybe it didn't. Oh, it did. Okay. All right. Floater coming in, going to the outside. On there. Triple block. Let's see it. No. Okay. This is a good run. I like that run there. And like again, like this guy has to approach and jump from behind the setter so that he has space for that ball to be in front of him. I don't know who that middle is, but he's also pretty good. He's pretty physical. Hey, it's a really nice serve, man. Right on the end line too. Who is this guy? Mujanovic. I assume he's some Balkan player. He's the guy that gets the most swings for this blue team over here, but I don't know who he is. He's probably from some Balkan country. I mean, he's physical as heck. And he's got a great arm swing too. Not sure. I'll have to check him out after this game. I wish I had like how oh my goodness. I'm not even gonna mention it. Yeah, like this right here is why Merrick McHenry is really, really good, is because he hits it from such a high point that like at a decent tempo, nobody's going to be able to get up there in time to stop him. He's just hitting it from so high. Like, that's what finishes it. That's what finishes it for like I like the timing of this dump too. Late in the set. And if you're doing it late in a set, these guys are all going to be pretty like, all right, I want to play. I want to win this. But he's not, he's physical about it. Okay. That's the key with setter dumps. Okay. You need to be physical or else you're just going to get eaten up and like someone's going to use it as a free ball pretty much. Good swipe. Good choice. Good tracking of the ball. Gets his hand on the ball. Swipes it off the block. I'm going to have to look up who Mujanovic is. Good pass. Perfect. Decent tempo. I like it. Lets him reach high still. Goes off the block. All right, you got a floater coming. Mason Briggs inbounds. Yeah, and Mason, let's see what happens here. I guess he was just wrong. He just thought he was going out. That's all. Yeah, I don't know. Floats are dangerous, dude. At every level, floats are dangerous. Floats are so underrated. Everybody hates on them because it doesn't look as cool and snazzy as other stuff. But this guy goes OT. OT on Merrick McHenry is crazy. That is a rare occasion. I'm gonna have to look up who this guy is because he is a beast. Floater. And you know what makes this guy's float really good is a few things, okay? He gets it from a really high contact point. Okay, he's jumping pretty high. He's still letting himself be very physical with this float. It's clean contact. Like look at how little spin is on this ball here. Okay. And then it also goes over the net. Let's see if I can get to it. It also goes over the net decently short. Like there's not that much space between the net and the ball there. That's pretty good. Those are the three key things when you're thinking about a float serve and how to make it good is contact point, how clean your contact is, and where it's crossing the net. Okay. Let this guy be physical again. And when you're cooking like this, when you go OT on Merrick McHenry, swing away on the next ball, man. Why not? Why not swing away? Floater, her best and decent, pretty good pass. Gosh, these guys have to stay deep for like yeah, like right here. Look at where he contacts this ball. Yeah, like gosh, he's just going OT. The life of being a freak athlete, I guess. I don't even know. And in situations like this, it should never be one person blocking. Okay, unless it's like a joust situation. Okay, it should be two people, three people, or zero people. Okay, because one person up there, there's so much room for them to get tooled. There's so much room for them to get hit around. Like it's just the most dangerous thing. Okay. Let's see. Mujanovic. I don't know how to say his name. Maybe he's Slovenian. Maybe he's, I don't know, Polish maybe? But Ovic sounds more Balkan than anything. Like like Slovenia or Estonia or something like that. I don't know. But who knows? The world's a melting pot. You never know where he's from. Decent serve. I mean, for what the serve was, it's a pretty decent pass. Can't be mad at it. And it takes him out of the hitting, but you have to be okay with that. Tough there. Good takes care of it, runs it back there to this guy. I like it. They run a pretty high tempo with this Mujanovic guy, but he's physical. He can handle it. It's yeah, and like if you have a middle like Merrick McHenry as well, you're not gonna have to run a fast tempo because that's not how he beats the block. The way he beats the block is just going over the top of everybody. You know, like you don't need to go super fast tempo with a 6'10" dude who has a 50-inch vertical. Like, why would you run a fast tempo and risk hitting him low? That would just be stupid. Some people do it though. Some people don't understand why some people score. Like let's see, Taylor Averill. I feel like he's not at the Olympic level and stuff. I don't think he's the most physical guy that is going to be on the court. Okay, he's not 7 feet. He's not um he doesn't have a 50-inch vertical. He has a good vertical for sure. But the way he beats the block is speed and range. So he runs a pretty fast tempo because he's not worried about getting over top of the block. Watch Mike McHenry here. Like this is a pretty slow tempo. They obviously miss him pretty short here, but like for other people, this set would be perfect and that's at their peak. But Merrick McHenry, this is like at his head right now. Okay. So if you have a super physical guy, don't try and go super fast tempo with him. Not a fan of Merrick McHenry. I'm not a fan of him pulling his hands there, but hey, stuff happens. Everybody's got their own name. Hey, hey, why does this guy get beat here? Why does this middle get beat here? What's he trying to do here? What did he? No, my goodness. Yeah, middles need volleyball IQ because then they're just guessing. I feel like honestly, if I had to rank who needs the best volleyball IQs, I would probably say setters and then middles. You know, I'd say setters and the middles might have to be number two because they're the chiefs of the blocking system. Jeez, look at this run. Look at this run. I don't know if it works out. I think it might have gone out, but I don't care. Look at it. Look at the physicality on the guy. Look at the look at the run, man. That's crazy. Nobody like him. Nobody like him. Hey, yeah, because setters are your chiefs of the offense, your captains of the offense. Middle blockers are the captains of the defense, man. I feel like it's yeah, and I mean if middles are dumb and they're guessing, they're not going to be up and blocking anybody, and it's just going to be easy to score on that team. Middles, you really gotta step up, y'all. If I see a middle, let's just say from honestly from any perspective, any position perspective, if I'm playing against a middle who's just talking like, oh, they run this on this rotation, watch him going here. If he's there, I'm gonna help here, and he's just yapping, yapping, yapping about what's gonna happen, like I'm terrified. I know this guy's gonna be up there with me. I know he's gonna be up there with a double block with me. Like that's just as his teammate, I'm like, yeah, heck yeah, this guy's gonna be up there. He's gonna block some people. As his opponent, I'm terrified. Yeah, and again, this is a very high tempo, but it makes sense for this Mujanovic guy. He's very, very physical. Dude tried to kick it. It happens. Really good press. I mean, it almost got away from the setter here. It almost got away from him, but just kept his hand on the ball, kept it on their side. I got beat in a joust this weekend, and I was very, very sad about it. The guy got me. He got me good. Carter, if you're watching this, you got me. You beat me fair and square, and I'm mad about it. And if I get a chance, I will get you back. No, bitch. Look at the guy. I'm gonna have to look up who this guy is because he is pretty good. He seems young, but I don't know. That's a nice chop. That's a nice swing there. It's a really nice choice. There's not at least like if he tried to be super physical, almost all of this space, you can risk maybe just swinging hard and trying to tool them and swinging into this space, but there's not any big gaps in this block. It's not a perfect block by any means, but this block is pretty solid. Sharp cross is not really a great option because he's so far away from it, and this block is probably taking away from it. So he just kind of takes some speed off of it, makes sure that he takes it at the right angle that he wants it at, chops it down the line. Yeah, it's a really good choice there. And who knows? Maybe for the blue here, maybe they were saying like, okay, we're gonna seal the line every time. But hey, um, sometimes you can squeak it through that line just a little bit, and you can always chip it off the block too. There's always a pinky, and there's always more cross. Those are the two things that some people love to say. But good there. I don't mind him taking a swing there. It's better than just putting over a stupid free ball. They're way out of system here. Puts it tight. Love that. Love it. See, when you put it tight, you can either get a recycle and get another swing, or he also has a chance to swipe off of this guy. He has a chance to push it through him and break through that block. Putting it tight on a system is the new meta, as some gamers would say. Touches. Like right here. This is exactly why I say putting it tight and then just kind of reusing it is probably the best option for you. floater. Yeah, American Henry is pretty consistent with his serve too. For hybrids, sometimes hybrid guys are kind of inconsistent. They it's hard for them to go back and forth from float to hybrid, but it seems like American Henry's kind of got his stuff pretty down. I don't know how long he's been doing that hybrid serve for though, but I know for a fact he did it last year at UCLA. Ooh. Ah, yeah, that's tough. That's tough. And I know how that feels too, like a lower set, maybe just a slight bit low, but you think, oh, okay, I can still get on top of it, and then it just kind of spatches out of bounds. Ah, it stinks. I don't hate that triple block though. Well, I don't like how much gap he's leaving, but I don't mind him going up for it. But he's just got to maybe make a better move, cover more space instead of just shuffling over. Yeah, if I had some good footwork to um compare it to, then I would, but I mean the triple block that just happened over there wasn't really that great. Yeah, this is the problem with kind of having routes that are close to each other, is if this middle doesn't fully bite on this guy and like the route is pretty close, he can pretty much just jump from where he's at and block that ball. If there's more spacing, like if he got this middle to bite here, or like if he got this middle, if he got Merrick McHenry to do what he's doing now, and then he set the outside, there's no way Merrick McHenry's blocking that ball. Okay. But I mean, it's kind of a transition ball, so stuff happens. But yeah, I think you guys know what I'm saying there. Okay, we got a spinner. We got a chop short. Middle takes it. Bang. Off the block. See a ball. That ball's gone. Spinner. Out of bounds. All right, this is in the third set now. We got a reverse float coming. Whoa, lots of stuff happening here. He was in the net. Spin to float. Throws it on that guy. He dives it kind of. This guy seems to be kind of struggling to handle some tight balls here. I mean, obviously, he's not the most physically gifted guy. He's not the tallest guy, and it seems like his hands are pretty decent. But he might be trying to do too much. He might be trying to do too much. And he's not hitting his window. If you're gonna try and do something, but you're not gonna hit a window, it's not worth it, man. Really not. Unless it's still good enough to hit. It's a whole spectrum, I guess you could say. But if you know for a fact you're not gonna hit a window, or like you've never hit a window by doing the thing that you're gonna try and do, don't do the thing that you're gonna try and do, because it's just not in a game at least. In practice, try everything you want. In practice, you should be okay with trying out stuff and like being messy sometimes in practice with the things that you're trying out. But in games, that's when you want to be clean, obviously. And this, I mean, obviously, I guess this guy has done what he did on that last play. Like he literally just did it again because he trusts it. So that's pretty cool to see, actually. I was kind of disrespecting the guy. Now I'm kind of fanboying a little bit about that, about what he just did. Spin to float. It's a big boy doing it. Big old right side choosing to do it. Reverse float. And again, this is why I think that everybody should learn how to do a split step, because this guy gets faked out and then ball's tight. He probably could have put that away though. This guy's taking some pretty good swings. Sometimes you swing low, sometimes you swing high. Depends on what you're doing, I guess. But that was it squeaked by there, that's for sure. I think this is a situation where this outside needs to go behind the setter here, but it was kind of cramping him a little bit. It was a little condensed over there. He was isolating that right side, maybe, who knows? But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the pipe needs to be a very variable thing. Like you have to be able to choose and switch and audible off of it, you know? And that's why if you're hitting the pipe, you also need to be really good at communicating and being loud and talking to your setter and setters, if you don't hear a clear statement from your pipe, do not trust it because the routes usually get changed around a lot. Front row it's different. You can, but like you're the three main options, I mean, the three quick guys that don't have anybody in front of you to worry about. Different blockers, obviously. Good one. But yeah, the pipe has to worry about jumping on top of people. So good run. Beautiful. Beautiful. Ooh. And this is why no easy buckets teaches to get the ball off of your center line because this ball was on his center line. He's probably reading it on his center line, and then it just moves over a little bit and then skips off of him. Okay, that's why if you see Mason Briggs take a float, you'll see him probably take it from outside of his body. Hopefully there's you get a chance. Obviously, this guy passed it on his body, like right on the center line here, but it didn't work out. So maybe that's a sign. I don't know. There we go. Take it with the hands. Go on the right side. Going to Mr. Trustworthy. Going to the big guy, the BMOC, the big man on campus. And Mason Briggs, I will admit, he has some really good defense. I think there's some liberos who have better serve receive than him. Um, but he does have pretty dang good defense. Just touching balls. He's scrappy. Gets a lot of balls up. And I mean he works with Dustin Watton a lot, and I think he has worked. And as I say, there's better people than him at serve receive. He dimed that ball. But he works with Grebennikov and I mean mostly Dustin Watton, but he has worked with Grebennikov. And yeah, he's a very good player. He's a very good player, just I think his strong suit is defense. And maybe just a tough read there by him. Gotta stay wider so he's not running into it too much. It's a good pass right there. Not in his seam, but like liberos, you should be making moves into other seams. Liberos, don't be trustworthy. That's what I'm saying right now. Gosh, he goes so far, man. Look at his long legs, man. Look at how far okay, so he's taking his anti-penultimate step from here, and then look where he jumps from. He jumps from there. Gosh, that is far. Holy crap. And yet he's still up there. That's why they hang it up there so much. Like it's in the air for so long compared to a lot of other middles, you know? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I do wonder if I would like to see him in the USA gym just to see like, oh, how Micah Christensen sets him and how um Micah Ma sets him and I don't know, what's his name? Quinn Isaacson. I just want to see how these guys choose to hit his window because you have to hit him high. If you don't hit him high, that's just not his game. He excels at that, at going over the top of people. That's his game. And you have to kind of let him play his game. So I would wonder if they would run him at a faster tempo than what this guy's running him at, but who knows? Who knows? Next year, I wonder where Merrick McHenry will go. And I mean, I'll definitely keep track of him and see where he's going. I love watching him. He's a beast. But yeah, I mean, I'll always wonder what each different club is going to choose to do with him, like each different setter, how they're going to kind of choose to hit his window and help him score. Because I mean, he's extremely physically gifted, man. He really is. There's very few people who are as physically gifted as him. But yeah, this is his weakness right here is I feel like he can move along the net a lot better than he does. Yeah. And also Taylor Averill, that's his shtick right there is just making really good block moves. Maybe chipping it off the block there. Going straight at that guy, straight at that middle. And it just hits his inside hand, luckily. Yeah, like right here. Merrick McHenry. He guesses instead of hitting his a correct split step, he guesses. Like he tried to hit the split step, but he guessed while hitting the split step, and that completely defeats the point of the split step, in my opinion. Oh, I've seen a few people do stuff like this. Like when the ball's tight like this, it's so nice to run the middle there. Like imagine he ran the middle there. That would have been a bounce. Would have been bounce town. Would have been bounce city up in there. Reverse float to the line on the right side, going to Mujanovic. And that's a good move. That's a good move. That's a good choice. He makes some physical block moves, but it's just he has to make sure he makes the right choice and stuff because that right there, if he's able to do that more consistently, I think he'll be one of the best in the world, man. No cap. No cap, homie. Loader. Good pass. And see right here, this is why I think it's so much better for you to pass a float outside your body. You can make a better angle. You can track the ball better with your arms. Dimed. Dimed that puppy. Ooh, did it go off his hands? Oh my gosh, it did. I don't know if that was intentional, Merrick McHenry, but I'll trust whatever you tell me. Probably pretty cool for them to be able to play with each other, Mason Briggs and Merrick McHenry. I bet they're kind of having fun with each other, having a good time. Two Americans, two high-level Americans who played in the national championship against each other. Like right there, dude. Oh my goodness. Look at the tempo. This is almost like so slow that it's an outside ball too. That's crazy. Does it go off the block or was that just a really sharp swing? Yeah, that's just a really sharp swing. Wow, man. This is why you just let Merrick McHenry go up and be physical. Holy crap. Ooh, shoot. And I mean with Merrick McHenry's tempo to that ball that he just hit right there, the three or the wide or the gap or whatever you call it, you kind of have to match the outside's tempo, the tempo that you set to the outside somewhere like at that same speed, but then it just goes a little bit higher. But yeah, with Merrick McHenry, you kind of need a physical outside to be able to just run routes over the top of him so that that tempo is still also at that type of height. But man, it's hard. It's going to be hard to find anybody that's as physical as Merrick McHenry, especially one that plays outside and is good. So, yeah. But there's some guys out there that definitely touch similar to Merrick McHenry, but not too many. I wonder what his block touch is. Maybe 12 feet, maybe 12 and a half, maybe 13. No idea. I don't know numbers. I'm terrible with them. Well, I'm good at math, but I'm terrible with guessing how high people touch. Ooh, that would have been a pretty good float right there. Spinner, he chops it off, lets it go short. Go in the middle here. Uh, See this right here. Terrible posture by him. Lazy, he's sitting in. He's not able to move, make quick moves there. That's a tough one. That one should be picked up. I'm gonna be completely honest there. The 70, some might call this, where it's kind of a over the top of a middle that's far from the center type of thing. I don't know. There's different lingos for everybody. I guess. A lot of setters like to go reverse flow there when they're running forward like that, but I really like it when they go forward like that because it's just quick. It's just quick. It's just quicker. Just depends on the middle that you're playing against, though, because some middles cheat, some middles don't. If they don't, then you go quick to the outside. If they do cheat, like cheating towards the outside, then you go to the right side. It's pretty simple. Pretty simple stuff there. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, good blocking. He really finished his hands on that block, huh? It's a pretty slow tempo, man. OT. OT on Merrick McHenry, man. Hey, wow. Yeah, and this is why I would say I want to see more block or more swing block moves from Merrick McHenry when he's blocking in the middle because yeah, he can get away with some shuffle moves because he jumps so high and his arms are so long, but he'll just be that much better. He'll just be that much better if he's making swing blocks everywhere. You know, like he shouldn't get OT'd by anybody. Straight up. Perfect pass, going to the outside. Let's see. And again, he has to make a shuffle move there. Yes, it was a perfect pass. It was a perfect pass. I wonder if he could. I wonder if he could learn how to be quick like that. I mean, he's waiting anyways. It's good patience, big time. He's waiting to see where the ball goes, so he's not just guessing. But I wonder if he can just load better into that left foot, his left foot, and then make a full swing block move and how fast he can make that. Because you can always learn how to be faster on a block move. Always. A perfect pass like this, man. Go to him every time. Nobody's touching this. Look at this. He's hitting a middle tempo ball at over the top of the antenna. That's just unreal, man. He is an alien. Okay, boom. Hey. Reverse float. Going to number 8 there. Reverse flow. Swings on the line. This guy, Mujanovic, on the back row ball, he loves this line. It's good. I feel like, oh, maybe Mason Briggs needed to be deeper on that one. Obviously, it could just be situational. He might have made a pretty good read there, but it's a really good swing by that right side there. Hey. Oh, it's still alive. Okay. Mujanovic, man. He's had a few off-speed type of things like this, and it works out really well. Clean hand contact, and it's deceptive. Like he doesn't give away that he's gonna go soft early. He waits and then does it. He does it late. And if you're gonna go off speed, try not to give it away because if I'm holding up my hand like this the entire time that I'm jumping, yeah, obviously I'm gonna tip, and then everybody's just gonna be like, okay, let's run in there. Free ball, thanks. Okay, but if he's making a full move, and then just the hand contact's different, just a little chop. That's it. That's gonna be really hard to play against. That's a good tip. Really good choice tip there. I like that middle doing that. It's a bad situation, but how good can you be in those bad situations? That's the new. I would say it's the new thing. I mean, it's just a very important thing is being able to make the best out of every single situation. Some people say bettering the ball. Some people say other stuff, whatever. But, a bad situation, you got a really good block in front of you, or you got a bad set. Gosh, this angle is crazy. Wow. Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, those are his two shots from here, when he's swinging right here. I feel like those are his two shots. Maybe I saw him go to the deep corner as well, but he likes to go straight on, and he also likes to go sharp, 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 man. Sharpity, sharpity, sharpity. It's a really nice swing, man. Merrick McHenry is one of my favorite middles for sure. Oh my gosh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong because look at, like he made a full block move here, and look how high he gets, but then it just goes under him. Wow. Maybe I'm wrong just because of how unbelievably physical he is. Because on his like full jumps, he jumps too high. Wow. Gosh, that's crazy. What a beast, man. What a beast. I'm fanboying about American Henry right now. What a beast. Okay, pass. But like, okay, hold on. I want to show you guys this too. So like right here, he thinks it's gonna be here at first. He kind of goes up on it, but then it goes high, and it's easy to adjust because it's on his side and he can just swing his arms over. But if he tries to get it on his center line and then he realizes that it's higher than he thought it was, that's hitting his head instead. Okay? Like this is why it's important to get it on the side of you so that you can adjust up and down way easier. Yeah, Mason Briggs, good defense, man. Scoops it up, puts it high right to the middle of the court. That's a beautiful dig. I don't know if it worked out. I think it did. I think it seemed like a touch, maybe not. But beautiful dig by Mason Briggs there. Do they keep it alive? Yeah. Oh my gosh, and nobody's wanting to play it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, American Kennedy sold out there. That's fine. Good block. I'd say this is a decent block move, but dude just hits it real hard. I'm gonna have to look up Mujanovic after this game. Ooh, good cover by this outside. This is a really hard thing for me personally. But he kind of uses the, oh, I'm gonna try and help, and then he just kind of goes to the tip instead. It's really nice. Yeah, helping cover the tips as a front row outside is very hard for me. I just go to make my block move. I go to make my block move, and I just turn around and watch. It's very, very bad. Not good at all for me. I'm gonna have to check out who Mujanovic is, man. Oh my gosh. Communication. Communication needs to happen. This middle, I would say, just needs to say, screw it. I don't care if this middle or if the setter is sprinting. I'm taking it. I'm just gonna step in and take it. Because he's by far the closest, and it's just easy for him to put it up. That's why middles need to be able to set it straight up and down from where they are. It doesn't they don't have to do any crazy, they don't have to set tempo. They just need to be able to put it straight up in front of them, straight up behind them. And that's game right here. It's not a bad, it's not a bad defensive move. It's just doesn't touch perfectly. But thanks for watching, guys.